Good evening, dear students, distinguished audiences. Welcome to Vietnamese-German University talk show today. Today we will have a discussion about a very hot topic today. This is about water. You know that the global demand of the water will reach about more than 4,000 cubic meters by 2040, and in the few decades, in the past few decades, the growth of the water and the demand of the water has doubled the global population. And however, the water treatment, water technology, and water management are very slow to accommodate the change. But recently, there are many encouraging innovative technologies to have the gap of demand of the water. So today we will have a very lively and very good discussion about water technologies, reuse and management from theory to practice. And with the help of the expert from water technologies, Program of Vietnamese-German University will help us to discover more and give more perspective about very lively and impressive knowledge today. So first, I would like to introduce the first expert, the Dr. Tran Le Luu, the academic coordinator from Water Technology Program of Vietnamese-German University. So you can say hi.
Yes, hello audience, hello the student. Yes, my name is Lu. Currently I'm working as the lecturer and academic coordinator of the master program in the water technology, reuse and management. This is the master program under the cooperation with the Technische Universität of Darmstadt, one of the 9 biggest universities in Germany.
And we have a very special guest from Germany, that Professor Dr. Martin Wagner, the director of Institute of Water Technologies in University of Darmstadt, Germany. And he is also the program director of the Water Technologies in Vietnamese-German University. Thank you for being with us today. So let we start our talk show today with a video clip about Vietnamese water uses. So please, watch the clip.
Hi colleagues,
Water is in everything and everywhere. It is a connector of all aspects of society and critical in moving economies forward. In Vietnam, water is a precious national asset. Most of Vietnam's recent remarkable transformation has been driven by the development and use of its seemingly abundant water resources. However, as Vietnam consolidates and continues on its growth path, it is crucial that major water challenges are dealt with early on. In fact, it is estimated that the rising level of water-related threats could reduce GDP by 6% by 2035. The value of water is different depending on the sector, the local context, and the time horizon. For example, rapid increases in demand are projected to bring water stress to 11 out of 16 basins by 2030, with the most severe stress in the key economic basins of the Red Thai Binh, Dong Nai, Southeast River Cluster, and Mekong. These basins account for 80% of Vietnam's gross domestic product.
it is really a challenge of too much water, too little water, and too dirty water. Too much water because of the devastating impacts of flood exacerbated by climate change. Too dirty water because of the rising challenge of pollution associated with a fast-growing urbanization and a very limited wastewater treatment. And too little water because of the impact of droughts and having extremely severe not only economic but also social impact in the country.
There is a large gap between the actual and potential value that Vietnam can derive from each drop of water, and a growing competition between agriculture and urban and industrial uses is essentially slowing down economic growth. Unless decisive steps are taken, water will become a brake on Vietnam's development. Growth will be held back by water shortages, businesses will lose competitive edge as supply outages proliferate. Farmers will be kept poorer by lower water value production. Floods and droughts will continue to destroy livelihoods, and the environment and people's health will be further damaged by mounting levels of pollution. What would it take for a safe, clean and resilient water system in Vietnam? Wastewater treatment and reuse are priority areas for investment. Vietnam's agricultural sector uses 92% of the nation's water and employs 48% of the labor force, but only contributes 18% to GDP. Boosting agricultural water productivity, optimizing fertilizer and pesticide usage, and promoting diversification to higher value production systems and crops, complemented with balanced budget allocations, will be essential to create sustainable agriculture as backbone to the economy. There is a need to adopt an integrated framework for water security for Vietnam. The government of Vietnam, with the support of the World Bank, put forward a framework for policy and institutional reforms. The pillars of the framework are sustaining water resources, delivering services, building resilience. Along with strengthening water institutions and incentive frameworks, cooperation on smart investments in water is paramount to building resilience, future economic growth and prosperity.
So now we'll start our talk show today. So I would like to connect with Professor Wagner from Germany. So, hello, Professor. Can you hear me? Hello, Professor. Okay, please, audience, can you wave me? Hello, Professor. Yeah. Okay. So we received the signal. So could you please tell something to share, introduce about yourself for all the audience watching the talk show today, please?
Hi everyone, my name is Martin Wagner. I'm professor for wastewater technology in Darmstadt at Technische Universität Darmstadt. That means that's a technical university located south of Frankfurt in the middle of Germany. I work a long time in Southeast Asia, in China, but also in Vietnam. I do some research projects in Vietnam, and now I'm happy to start with a study program at VGO with title Water Treatment, Wastewater Treatment, Water Reuse and Water Management. We have to treat the wastewater in Vietnam because water quality in the rivers is not so good, and when we want to have a better water quality in the rivers, we must treat the wastewater with very low concentrations of nitrogen, of phosphorus and organic material. When we have such a good quality in the effluent of wastewater treatment plants, it will be a good idea that we can reuse the water again. And that is a unique selling point of the new study program at VGO, because when we have the possibility to reuse the water, we can save the water bodies, for example, the groundwater, and that is good for all the people in Vietnam, and it's good for the industry in Vietnam, because with a good water quality they can produce very good products, and that is good for the economic in Vietnam. But when we treat the wastewater, we have a good reuse application, where we also need river management. That means when we have a look to every small river in Vietnam, but also the big one like the Mekong River, to get a good water quality. And that we can only reach with management. At what point in Vietnam, in which country, we have to use treatment facilities with a very high extent of water quality. And when we do that, we are able to help Vietnam, to help Southeast Asia with respect to better water qualities. And I hope that we will get a lot of students, young students, which are interested in the topics: water treatment, water reuse, and water management. And I'm sure that we can reach it at VGU and with the help of you all here, all the staff, all the colleagues, the professors, the doctors, and I think we are on the good way to reach all our aims. Thanks.
So we will very happy to see you, to have you here in Vietnamese-German University in the next semester. So we would like to begin with the first question for you. So my question is that the relation between water technologies, taking into account about ecologies, economics, regional and global impacts. So could you really share about your opinions, your knowledge about this question? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I stated it just now. It is absolutely necessary that the young students have to learn all the details of water treatment and wastewater treatment. I give all the students a lot of information about the treatment methods we use here in Europe, but also in Vietnam. And because of the higher water temperature in Vietnam, it is easier to treat water in a high extent compared to the relations in Europe, for example, or United States, because we have better degradable compounds in the water at higher temperatures. And I said before, when we have a good water quality, we can reuse it. We can reuse it in industry. We can reuse in agriculture. For example, I know in the north of Vietnam and in the west of Vietnam, where we have where we plant coffee. So it's the necessity that the plants need water, and we can use treated wastewater for the plants. That is absolutely necessary. I hope I give you the right answers.
Thank you a lot for your answer. So we have one more question for you. You have many experience, many years for doing a research study in the water technologies. So this question will focus into about the study of the water technology in master or even in a higher level. So because the student study in this field will focus in about the spatial planning, the river management, and water treatment process, economics of infrastructure. After that, I will specialize for about water, wastewater, and water management. So may you please explain why the study program focus in this field and how it can benefit for Vietnam in Asia and even for the global world? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, when the students will study the course, they will be able to plan, to build up and to operate water treatment plants, wastewater treatment plants, and also they can build very new reuse water treatment plants. That is very special of the course, that they can build up such plants and operate it. And for me personally, it's very important that they operate it, because only when you have a good operation knowledge, you can produce a good water, you can produce a good water quality, and that will help Vietnam on the one hand side, but on the other side, it will help the students, because they have a good knowledge and they can go abroad, for example, in other countries around Vietnam, or coming to Australia or coming to Europe. As you know, we need a lot of engineers here in Europe, and when the young students are able to plan and build up wastewater treatment plants or water treatment plants, they also have the possibility to come to Europe, to work there in consultant companies or in industry, for example. And I think that is a very, very good advantage of the study course here at VGO. Thank you.
Yes. So we have yes. So we finish with the part of with Professor Wagner, and as I said that Professor Wagner will be will teach in Vietnamese-German University for the water technology program. And if you enroll in this program, and you will have a chance to study with him in the next semester. So thank you a lot for your participation, Professor Wagner, and we hope to see you as soon as possible in Vietnam and in VGU. So I wish you a very good health and have a nice day today. Thank you a lot. Yes. So now we come back with our discussion with Dr. Tran Le Luu here. So Dr. Luu, you have So you have a lot of experience about the water technology. Can you share a little, that your own experience, that why you choose this study, and why you study master here, one master, and what you find, what will you find about the very attractive thing about water technology? Can you share with for the audiences?
Okay, thank you very much for your question. Actually, I before that during my bachelor's level, I study in chemistry. Okay, and the same with the master program, I also study in chemistry. And during the chemistry, I found that the water chemistry is very interesting, especially for the we know what's the contaminant in the wastewater, and then how to treat the wastewater, especially using the physical method, using the chemical method, or nowadays we use the biological method. And after that, after finish my master in VNU Ho Chi Minh City, I got a scholarship to study in Korea for 4 years, and I joined the lab for the water treatment technology, and I feel that water is become very global. Okay, that necessary for everyone. Okay, and you know that every day you need to the water for the daily use, for the drinking water, for household, for other activity, and also the water is necessary for the industry, for the manufacturing process, right? Okay, for agriculture, for irrigation. Okay, and of course this is the high demand for the humanity during in the 100 in the future, and I think this is one of the top priority of the human nowadays. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Luu. My next question is that so you have around more than nearly about 20 years of this field. So what do you think about the situation about the water in Vietnam today?
Yes. the water in Vietnam today have many problem. Okay, and you know that's also this is the critical issue in Vietnamese society. And you know that first problem is the we can consider that is the water shortage. We are lacking of the drinking water source, lacking of the surface water, and lacking of the raw water source, especially that the water is highly contaminated by the many of the pollutant, especially the organic compound, the inorganic compound, the heavy metal, the anion, cation, or the bacteria or the virus that may affect to our health. And also that a lot of issue with the industrial wastewater. We in Vietnam during the industrialization process, many of company built, and also that the negative effect of this company, this factory to the water environment, that is the induce the pollution to the water. And also with the urbanization process, the growing of the population, many of the people, and the development of the city, also that bring many of the stress to the water environment, especially for the surface water, for the raw water, and also for the water supply. Okay, and you know that also it also depend on the geology, especially some region in Vietnam that is contaminated by the arsenic concentration, the heavy metal concentration in the raw water, especially in the Red River Delta or the Mekong Delta River. And nowadays, you know that there are many people are discuss about the climate change, right? Okay, the climate change and effect of global warming. For example, that the salinity intrusion in the Mekong Delta. Okay, and you see that this year the concentration of the salinity in the water river in Mekong Delta is very high, and also it affects not only for the society but also for the agriculture. Okay. Yes,
Yeah,
again.
thank you. So
Yeah.
it seems like Vietnamese water resources have many challenges. So
Yeah.
how water technologies, especially for water technology, reuse and management, have to contribute about the benefit and improve the quality of the water in Vietnam?
Yeah. So in our study program, you can see that the name of the program is Water Technology, Reuse and Management. It may cover all of the topic related with the water, but we concentrate on the two main topics. First is the water treatment technology and reuse. The second is the river management and river engineering, especially for focus on the hydraulic engineering. And you know that in here you will have a chance to study about the advanced technology to treat water and wastewater. Especially this is the very modern technology that in over the world that are applying, and also that are applying in the industry. And also we will provide you the skill in the laboratory. Okay, and with the practical skill for doing the research, to doing the experiment, especially with the water analysis. We can check the contaminant concentration in the water and wastewater by the very modern equipment using the, for example, we have the liquid chromatography and cup with mass spectroscopy, gas spectroscopy, cup with the mass spectroscopy, the AES or ICP-MS system, COD, TOC, ion chromatography, etc. And in here we training you to do the practice and experiment, and in order you to have a chance to get a job very soon after graduation, especially for after the finish the master program, and also that you will learn the very technology, and also the advanced technology, but also very low cost and also efficiency method to treat the wastewater in Vietnam. And for example, that we can apply the physical treatment, we can apply the advanced oxidation process, we can use the membrane technology. In here we also focus on the desalination process and drinking water purification. You see that almost on aspect of the water, and also that you will have a chance to working with in the field of the river management, okay, and management of the river basin, or the you will know that how to prevent the floods in the city, and or the spatial lining, or we will do, you know about the control of the erosion. And so in here we cover all of the aspect in the water treatment, water technology, water reuse, and management at the work level. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Lou. In the developed country like Germany, they have a very state-of-the-art water
Yeah.
treatment,
Yeah.
and you know that the technology about the water has developed very far.
Yeah.
So how our program, the water technology in VSU, can cooperate with them to give the best knowledge and the best practice for our student here? Can you share some experience about
Yeah.
this cooperation?
Okay. In here, we normally we doing and apply the research project together, especially the internal project. And for example, we will apply for the project, especially that fund by the European country or the Germany together with the funding from the Vietnamese government. And especially we will do the research on site in Vietnam, and we will bring the modern technology from the Germany, or modern equipment from Germany, and to treat the wastewater in Vietnam, and also not only in Vietnam, and also in the region of the Southeast Asia. And you will have a chance to follow the research project, and also you can have a good chance to study and to adapt with the new technology, and also to learn and also develop your career. And in addition, you also can have a chance to work with the other lecturer at VSU by our local funding, especially it can come from the government, can come from the ministry, can come from the company or the province level. And this research are very practical, which means that we will solve the practical problem in Vietnam, and by the combination between the technology from Germany, from Europe, and it will adapt with the Vietnamese condition and Vietnamese society. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it means that we, the water technologies we use and management in VGU,
Yeah.
will cooperate strictly with Germany's Institute of Water Resource of the University of Darmstadt,
Yeah.
to give on the student here some kind of research,
Yeah.
research opportunities,
Yeah.
and knowledge, and some state-of-the-art technologies from Germany,
Yeah.
and even in Vietnam.
Yeah.
So more question is that, because when we hear a lot about research, but how about job opportunities or
Yeah.
internship opportunity for the student if they want to work instead of doing research? And how about the chance to go further in the educational level by PhD in Germany? So can you share about these opinions, the experience to on the audience here?
Yeah. Okay. So you say that after graduation you will have many chance, okay, and many options. Possible first, you can have a chance during the study. Even the study, you will have a chance to do the internship with some industry, some company that especially the European company in Vietnam, that they are doing the water management, water treatment, and the water reuse or the river engineering in Vietnam. Or you also can chance and to get do an internship in the some of the um, public sector in Vietnam. For example, the Department of the Environmental and Natural Resource, Department of the Agriculture and Rural Area, Department of the Architecture and Urban Development. They are some of the department. They also willing to receive the student from our school, and also or you can work do the internship to get a job in the some water supply company, for example Sawako in Bình Dương or Đồng Nai, some of the province in Vietnam. And in addition, you also can have a chance to work in the some waste water treatment technology, especially that they are working in the advanced technology to or design the wastewater treatment system or maintenance the wastewater treatment system in any company. You know that every factory they also need water engineer to maintain their wastewater treatment system. Or you can work for the NGO organization, also that you will have a chance to go abroad to study to the further business. And also in any country, especially that in Europe, in US, in Asia. And you know that you will get in after graduation you will get two master degree. One is from Vietnamese-German University, and the second is from the Technical University of Darmstadt. With this degree, you can apply to work not only in Vietnam but also in any country in the world. And also that before that, you also have also we provide some of the chance for you also to do the even though the internship in the Technical University of Darmstadt or some of the university in Germany that they are working doing the collaboration with us. Okay. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
So the audiences to study well the water technologies program in master level, that we have to do a lot of research and we have to invest a lot with the technologies, the machine that help you investigate the components of the water. So to help you with that, we should equip a very state-of-the-art laboratory in the water technology. So please, what a clip about all the technologies here in the laboratory for the water technology. Yes. With the how the student can enroll into the master program.
Yeah.
So Dr. Lo, can you share
Yeah.
with us about what criteria for the student, for bachelor student, can join this interesting program? What is their bachelor background? What's the requirement for the admission? Yes, can
Yeah.
you share with us?
So thank you. In order to participate in the entrance exam of our master program, you need to have the bachelor's degree, or at least preparing for the graduation in the related field of the water technology. For example, in the field of environmental engineering, environmental science, environmental management, in the field of the chemistry, especially in the focus on the water chemistry, or inorganic chemistry, or physical chemistry, or analytical chemistry also good. In the field of biological technology, with focus on the water or environment field. You also need, you can come from the water resource field, the water supply, or the drainage, hydraulic engineering. That are the related field that we feel that you can follow our program, and you can study well, and also you can get the master degree in here. And you know that you before that you also have to check the qualify with the GPA higher than 6.5 per scale of 10, and also that in some special case you can have lower this 6.5 GPA, but you should have the good experience. Can be indicate you can have the exception. Okay. Yeah.
So how can they enroll here? By the interview or doing the exams?
Yeah, you will have to take the two exam. First is the interview. Interview, we will ask you about some of the background, some of the your activity, your study in the past, especially related with your thesis, related with your understanding about the water treatment process, the water chemistry, the hydraulic engineering, uh, your motivation why you apply to our master program. Okay, and what are you intend to study during 2 years in here. Okay, and in a second you also need to participate in the English test. This is we call the onset test, and in case that you have the IELTS 5.5 or TOEFL IBT City 1, you free of the English test. Okay.
Yeah. The audience is so Dr. Lo have shared for you about the criteria to enroll into this master program. But I will give you some more interesting information about scholarship. If you enroll and you will get a chance for get the merit scholarship for 25%, but 25% of the enrolled student will get the scholarship. For 5% we get a 100% scholarship, and next 10% we get the 50% scholarship, and the next 10% we get a 30% scholarship. It's very interesting scholarship for you to enroll here. Beside the merit scholarship, we have many other scholarships like DAD scholarship, which will help you about the grant to study here up to 1,000 euro. And we have DD Type 2 scholarship that you can go to directly to the Germany to study there. And beside DD scholarship, we have many other scholarships like WS scholarship, hardship scholarship, and many scholarship. Maybe we come from the institution or the companies that want to help you to study well in this master program, because this master program is very hot and it will solve one of the hottest pressing issue in Vietnam is about the water. So thank you a lot for joining on this talk show today. So thank you a lot, Dr. Luu and Professor Wagner. So we will hope to see all of you become the master student of the Vietnamese-German University in the water technology program in next semester. And when here we have a lot of interesting talk show in next time. And see you and have a good evening. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, and see you in our master program, water technology review and management. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.